Long time, baby. It's been a long time. And this morning I'm with you because I have not been posting really on my channel for such a long time. And I wanted to actually do something today because I have been thinking about how I'm going to actually change this channel to something that I can do every day. And I said, I have so many life experiences that I just want to share with persons. And the one thing I want to say this morning is the benefits of being on time, the benefits of being early. I have 5 minutes to go before my workday starts, but I've been here about an hour before work starts. And some people say, why do that? But for those of us who live in St. Thomas, we understand and we know. If you leave St. Thomas at 7 o'clock to get to work at 8:30, it's going to be an uphill struggle because the traffic is awful, the roads are awful. But I found the benefits of being on time, of being early, because when I get up a little early and I actually leave my house or leave St. Thomas at 6 o'clock, and I find that it takes me less than an hour to get into Kingston. And then when I get into Kingston, there are so many things that I can do before the work day starts. So let us look at some benefits of being early, being on time. Number one, especially if you're coming from St. Thomas, you get an easier drive into Kingston. An easier drive. You don't have to go through the hustle and bustle of all of those cars and taxi drivers and so overtaking you, driving carelessly. Not to say they're not driving like that in the early morning. Because sometimes I wonder why are they going on like that if they're early? But you don't have it as much as if you leave St. Thomas at 7 o'clock. And when you get into Kingston after not driving crazy on the road and being a defensive driver because you have to be trying to not let the other drivers kill you, you reach work, you're a lot more relaxed. You're not so tensed because you had to be holding in your breath and watching to see what the person behind you and the person before you do it. So when you get to work, at least you have a little more time to relax. All right, so that your work day starts in a you start in a better place for your work day. So that is one of the first benefits of being early. Leaving St. Thomas earlier is that when you get to work, you're not so tired. All right. The second thing is you can sit and do some little meditation in the morning. If you were not able to delve into the Bible or delve into that book that you were reading or complete watching that particular show, you're able to do that before the workday starts. And I think that's a wonderful thing because your mind is settled. You can then plan your schedule for the day as well. Because some of the times why we are not so productive at work is because we didn't do proper scheduling. So when you get to work, you're able to do that schedule and so on before the workday starts. And then you have for some persons, they are able to, for their work, they may be on a flexi time. All right, so the persons who are on flexi time, they're able to go in, start work earlier. So check to see if your workplace has that flexi time policy, all right, so that you can actually start the day earlier and then you can leave Kingston earlier or wherever in the world you are, you can leave earlier to avoid the traffic. So when you start earlier, a lot of times you're able to end earlier as well. All right. And another thing is that if you guys have any benefits, put it in the chat, all right, so that others may benefit from it. Have you found that when you leave your house earlier in the mornings, for whatever it is that you do in life, whether it is that you work from 9 to 5 or 8:30 to 4 or however it is, or if you're just going on errands, if you leave earlier, what are some of the benefits that you have enjoyed? One that I am glowing in is that I am able to just sit, do my own thing before I actually start work, or I can actually get a head start on the day so that in the afternoon my job is not so hectic. My benefit right now is that scheduling is wonderful. It helps us. It helps us. And I think as I continue with this channel, I am not in St. Thomas as much as I used to be. So For persons who would normally watch this channel, you would have realized that I have not been posting as regularly as I used to. But and that is because I'm not in the parish as much. But I'm going to incorporate some other things in this channel, things that are so important to me right now. And one is productivity. One is getting to know yourself and being content with what God has in store for you, learning to take advantage of those special gifts and talents that God has given us, and to just enjoy life to its fullest in the simplest way that we can. One way is to tour St. Thomas, yes, and look at all the good things that are happening. But let me just leave today by saying to you, because I'm about to start work right now, start the work day, is to say, whatever season we're in our life, whether it's a good one, a kind of ordinary one, or a bad one, try to look for the positive. Is it that God is teaching you something for later on? Is it that things are so good right now that you just have to appreciate? Or is it that it is your working season? The thing is that one of the keys to being happy, and that's why being early is so important, is that we learn to appreciate every single thing that is happening to us. So, what season are you? Learn to appreciate whatever it is, and it will help you to push forward to that next thing. So I promise to post a little more regularly, but it may not be all about St. Thomas. It may just be something that interests me at that particular time. But right now, I'm saying to my St. Thomas people, instead of us driving on the road and getting angry because of what is happening, leave a little early now, because there are many benefits to it. I gave you two. Could you share some others? This is CNJ, and thank you for being with me this morning or watching the rerun of this, because as we move forward, let us grow together. Bye. Oh Lord, thank you, Father God. How do I close this out now, guys?